guys, it is August 6, 2025. My name is Crystal. We live in Connecticut, and today I'm going to be continuing some work in the garden. I actually thought I was going to be spending a lot of time in the kitchen, but I came out this morning and let the chickens out and the goats out, and I was just like, it's kind of nice outside today. It's overcast, so there's no sun blazing down. And it's warm, but it's not hot. It's a really pleasant day to work outside. And while it looks gloomy from inside, where it's like cozy and I just kind of want to bake a cake and stay inside, I realized I kind of just want to be outside. So I did go out to the garden already, and I took off the shade cloth from over the top of the cucumber bed because it is just not necessary anymore right now. I had originally put it on there because we had some hot days and the sun was just completely stressing out the plants. I thought maybe the shade cloth would help it. It didn't. They were too far gone at that point. I took off the shade cloth this morning, and now I'm left with some dead plants. I'm gonna go in and remove those dead plants and start some new cucumber seeds. I've got the Boston Pickling ones that keep dying, some homemade Pickles cucumbers from Hudson Valley Seed Company, and these bush pickling cucumbers. These bush ones say to start, you can start anywhere between the end of May to mid-July, but it's the first week of August, and I think they'll make it. I think if I can even get the vines to grow and do well, I think I'll be able to get some cucumbers off of them. I also have behind me, these are sucker plants that I pulled off of some of our tomatoes that are growing. I got them to root in water. I do this every year. This one is an Amish paste. I'm gonna stick this over with the Amish paste tomatoes because one of the plants didn't make it. Full set of roots. And it's just the perfect day to do something like that because the sun isn't blazing down and won't stress them out. These are little propagation stations that my kids have gotten me. They got me this one for Mother's Day last year and this one for Mother's Day this year. I've got a Dr. Weishi's, a pink oxheart, and a Rosso Sicilian. And I've got some spots out there to stick some more tomato plants. I like to stagger out the plantings at the middle of the gardening season because it allows me to possibly get tomatoes well into fall time. And it usually works out for me when I do that. That's what we're doing today. I've also been little by little pulling out the weeds from the flower bed. Miranda came out here and helped me this morning with that. Here is the cucumber bed with the shade cloth removed. I have all these dead plants. So sad. I'm going to start new seeds over here in this corner and we'll see what we get. Doing a surprise harvest today. Look at this cucumber. I didn't randomly decide to take the shade cloth off today. I never would have found that. It's a green 18 F1 cucumber from Mowing organic seeds, and then there's one next to it. It doesn't look perfect. I'm sure it'll be just as good. We love surprise harvests. So I cleaned out actually a little bit of the tomato plant overgrowth in here. There's a lot of volunteer plants. There's a pumpkin growing underneath there. That's coming from the bed over there. It is a baby bear pumpkin, I believe. Over here, I'm going to remove these vines and then we'll start some seeds. All right, Boston Pickling again here. Homemade pickles here. And over on this tomato bed, I've got cucumber plants growing pretty well. These are New York Slicing 264. And I had bush pickle cucumbers over here, but they didn't make it in that very, very hot weather that we had. I'm gonna try some more. Now, I was just about to get some of the fish fertilizer and fertilize some of the plants, but there is still a lot of day left, and I don't trust myself not to get fish fertilizer spilled on me somehow, and I just don't want to smell that on me the rest of the day. So I'm going to hold off on fertilizing today. I think that if there's any hope for the plants that are in here, that they'll probably do better now that I've cleared out some of the stuff that was growing in here. And now they're gonna get some direct sunlight. And we got some new seeds started over there. We'll see what happens with it. I think I'm gonna harvest this green machine zucchini in here before it gets too big. I'm gonna get this crookneck squash too. Some of these San Marzano tomatoes that are blushing. Oh, there goes the chickens. These are cream sausage tomatoes from MIgardener. They were suggested to me by a viewer who commented that I should try them. And I don't know when I'm supposed to harvest them. This one's got some blossom end rot. They turn white though. But I'm gonna pick these ones with a little bit of blossom end rot and get those off of there. Here are the Amish paste tomatoes. They are already starting to give us some tomatoes. Transplant this sucker plant right into the ground here and see how it does. Here is where I started the tender sweet carrots yesterday. Next, I'm going to quickly go around and pick off the lower leaves on the tomato plants that are not looking great. These black cherry tomatoes before they split. We got some subarctic plenty tomatoes, more San Marzanos. This is an Opalka that fell off the plant when I was trying to pin it up, and a random one, I don't know. And I also got some basil, whole beans, some bush beans. These plants are nearing the end of what they're going to produce, so I'll probably be cutting these out. It always looks like there's so much crap in my yard. But a lot of the gardening stuff will get cleaned up when I have the greenhouse. It will all get piled up in there. And then we're also renovating our house a little at a time. Steve and I are doing it ourselves. That window we filled in because it was in a bathroom and we didn't want an enormous window in the bathroom. And we're in the process of renovating the bathroom, which is fun. I've taken a break from doing it until winter time when we're indoors more and can do that stuff. But we have like all the pool stuff is out, and then we have all the kids' toys, and there's just crap everywhere and it drives me nuts. Whew, am I tired. All right, I cut a couple Amish paste suckers off for the kids. That way they can put some tomato plants in their garden. Jacob, potentially someday he wants to make ketchup, and Miranda likes tomato soup. So I told him that the paste tomatoes would probably be better for those things. Got a surprise harvest, which is always nice. I was not planning on harvesting from the garden today. And we also started seeds. That's really good. I'm so glad that I was able to get out here and get that stuff done. I just didn't think I was going to be doing that. And the harvest was surprising. I didn't harvest anything yesterday, so I guess it was about right that I would have a couple things to grab out of there today. Finding that cucumber. Look at that. That's so nice. If you made it to this far along in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It makes a huge difference and we really appreciate it. And all the revenue I've been getting from this channel has been going right back into the garden, which in turn helps to feed our family. And just this whole process has just been really wonderful, sharing with you guys and hearing your feedback and hearing your tips and tricks on things. It's just really been wonderful, and I'm very, very grateful to you. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.